Hello, today I wanted to share how we can cut these energetic tethers that keep us bound in some way to past traumas, to past hurts in our previous experiences in life. Because those things prevent us from moving forward with freedom. They prevent us from really opening up to higher levels of joy and fulfillment. They negatively show up as health challenges, as challenges in our lives. And really, we want to find a way to be able to free ourselves from those underlying frequencies of fear and trauma from things that have occurred in our past experiences. Back in 07, 08, I think it was a tough time for many of us around the planet with everything that happened in the economy. And we certainly got caught up in that whole thing. Investments gone, debt building up, ultimately getting to the point where get a letter from the bank saying, hey, we're going to put your home into foreclosure if you don't get caught up in payments. And ultimately having to go through just this devastating bankruptcy. And I remember just being in the lowest of lows, feeling like a complete failure as a father, as a husband, just loser, kind of like thing, and just being in that depth. And so, yes, I had to do a tremendous amount of work out of that experience. Yes, I had to work tremendously in different aspects and in different ways to free myself from that experience and to let go of the guilt and the shame that I was experiencing as a result of that. And so what I want to do is I wanted to just kind of share a couple different ways that can help you to free yourself. Because even with all the work that I've done out of that experience, and if I look at it today now, would I go back and change anything? No. Because out of that experience, I learned. Out of that experience, I grew. Out of that experience, I went down pathways that helped me to discover my healing gift, helped me to discover the work that I do with music. None of that would have ever come to fruition if I hadn't gone through that experience. But nonetheless, I noticed as I moved forward in life that there was always this underlying kind of like, I call them tethers, that tether us back to that past experience. They're like energetic in nature. And when it came time to go do something to enjoy life, I put myself on the back burner. I didn't, get clothes or take care of myself. It was always about taking care of the family and taking care of the kids and doing that particular stuff and the house and, just trying to do those things and always kind of putting myself in the back burner because of that fear and the worry, that resonance that was kind of coming from that past experience. So for many of us, we're having this show up in our lives. We're getting pushed to expand and to grow into new levels, to dive in deeper into relationship, to, express ourselves in a higher, more authentic manner. And as a result, we're finding that we have these tethers of fear that keep us locked in this position. And then, of course, we have all the stuff that's being injected into the airwaves today of fear and worry and all these different things. Oh my gosh, is it any wonder that we get anything accomplished? Is it any wonder that we continue to expand and grow? Well, nothing can stop who and what we are from becoming what we are and realizing and living from that space, but it can greatly hinder the process. And so what I wanted to do is I wanted to share just a couple of different mindsets that could perhaps maybe help you to free yourself, to be able to soar, to be able to show up in a more beautiful, extraordinary, and awesome way that is your true nature. That's who you really are. So perhaps maybe just take some nice deep breaths. And perhaps maybe look at your life right now and look to see where maybe past experiences have kind of tethered to you in this now moment. Taking some nice deep breaths. Perhaps maybe something showing up from you stepping into a deeper relationship. Or expressing yourself more authentically in your business or your purpose. Perhaps maybe investment strategies or something are bringing up all this fear and worry. Just tune into that. Breathe through it. And ask yourself, where do I need to forgive myself? And just clean up anything that needs to be cleaned up. And free yourself. And just ask yourself, where do I need to be courageous? Because to move through these old bonds, you need to move forward regardless of the fear. Don't allow it to stop you from loving, nurturing, expressing your authentic self. Don't allow it to stop you from opening to more love, more prosperity, more opportunities for expression. So take a deep inhale, the deepest one you've taken all day. Have the courage to move forward. It's a process and it's a journey, but you're being called to a higher level of expression, a higher quality of life, a deeper spiritual connection. And in order to be able to do that, we need to move through those tethers. We need to cut through them and free ourselves from those things that have happened in our past so that we can continue to soar, so that we can let go of that weight that binds us down and hinders our forward expansion, our forward process. So go and clean up. Do the forgiveness work where you need to clean up. Go forgive others wherever needs to be cleaned up in your past. Forgive yourself for making decisions that you made or didn't make. That's a very important step. And then as you continue to move forward, you're going to feel the fear. You're going to have that resistance. Generate the courage. Remember who you really are and take the steps necessary to move through it. And what you're going to find, the more that you do, the less that fear is going to have power over you. And you're just going to be able to melt away any of that residue from your past experience that are truly getting in the way of you expanding into this dynamic, wonderful spiritual being that you are, but also to living with more joy, more passion, more fulfillment, more connection to the divine. You're a miraculous expression of life. This is a process. This is a journey. Continue to move forward with your commitment, with your courage, with your choice to expand to become something more than you were before. And you'll be amazed at how the universe will support you on your journey. So I want to thank you for your commitment to working on yourself, your commitment to expanding who and what you are and living life on a whole nother level. Thank you for that. That's so important, not only in your own experience, but important in the world that we live in today. And I encourage you to move forward, to breathe in the notes. Go back and listen to this. And then also don't forget to tune into youtube.com/markromeromusic. And there'll be a full little musical note to help embody what I shared today, to help you to perhaps maybe move through some of those tethers, cut through some of those things that are hindering. your forward process in life. So thank you so much for taking the time to tune in. Have a harmonious day.